Vapor Central, I'm higher than a hippie in Holland, and I hope you are too. It's time for the CV Podcast with your hosts, Cal Post, and guest hosting this week, Vince Mannella.
All right, let's do this again. Vapor Central, how the fuck are ya? Woo! Everybody all at the same time. Woo! Yeah. Thank you for tuning into the CK Potcast. We're called that because my name's Cal. My usual co-host is K. Trevor Wilson. That's our initials. We are not affiliated with Louis C.K. or Calvin Klein, but we did do it on purpose for their web traffic because we are shameless assholes. Hey. Thank you for tuning in, everyone at home. However many you are, thank you for tuning in. Big show today. Big show today. I am sitting here with my good pal for 11 years. We grew up together, went to college together. We're roommates. I hate him. Vince Mannella, everyone. Give it up for Vince Mannella, my co-host today. He's a piece of shit.
We never grew up together. I don't know you that well.
Well, we kind of grew up together. I met you when I was 18.
You were 18?
We were both 18.
I think we were 19.
18.
I don't know why that distinction matters.
It doesn't. You're an idiot.
Well, it's the drinking age.
Also, a big round of applause for Chris, our producer in the back. Give him a big round of applause. Without him, no one would be here. He's the man, our producer. He's fucking awesome. And if you come by next week, me and Chris are going to sit down and do an hour-and-a-half powwow on shit he's smarter than me at, which should be a lot of fun.
Is that going to be the name of the show?
Yeah.
Shit he's smarter than me
Well,
at?
everyone's smarter than me. I'm a fucking moron. But I own it. I own it. All right, so I'm here with also my friend David Burke, who never speaks.
Hey there. Hey.
Hi.
How's it
Yeah,
going?
there we go. That's the first thing I've ever heard him say ever in our whole friendship, all the way from Halifax. So he's going to be the youth part of the show. The whole theme of today's show is we're talking about roommates and how shitty roommates are. Do you guys have roommates? If you do, it sucks. It's the fucking worst.
Yeah. I heard a nope, and that's definitely the way to go.
That is the way to go. Make money so you never have to do that. It's the shittiest. Fuck. People say living with a woman's really hard, and it fucking is, because I do that now. But living with anyone is just the shittiest. Me and Vince lived together we had 1 year where we lived with two other roommates. There was 4 of us in a 3-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, and whose fault was that, Cal? I believe you and the other roommate actually went to see and confirmed it to be a 4-bedroom apartment.
So one of the rooms was a closet. Fuck off.
One of the rooms was a closet with black mold on the wall.
Yeah, but fuck, you guys let us decide where to live. You guys wanted no fucking part of finding a house.
Okay.
You're in goddamn Ajax. Like, no, guys, I can't come. Oh, fuck you.
First
you
of
leave
all,
it up to me.
First of all, Pickering, okay? And secondly,
same shithole.
Secondly,
who gives a fuck?
I gave you. You know what? It is my fault because I remember explicitly what I said to you. You were like, "Well, you want any type of place?" And I said, "Cal, as long as it's got 4 walls and a roof and a place for me to sleep, then I'm happy." And you know what Cal went out and got? He got 4 walls and a roof covered in black mold. And
I didn't know it was. I'd never seen black.
It was
mold.
black and it was mold.
I'm
like, what
sorry.
else
I'm sorry you came from a hoity-toity fucking Pickering.
Dude, there's nothing hoity-toity about black friggin' lung death-causing mold on a
You
wall.
and your goddamn suburbs where you're all nuts.
Oh, yeah.
You get into the city, you live in the city, you gotta live in the fucking city, man. It's shit. That's what makes us better people.
I never lived in another place with black mold. I'm just putting that out there.
You lived with your parents until you were 28. Fuck you.
I did not. Dude, I lived with you when I was 19. How is it even mathematically
And then you moved
possible?
back. You're like, I can't live with these
I didn't
guys.
move
I gotta
back.
go back to mom and dad's house.
I moved
where
in
they
with...
feed me pasta every 3rd meal.
Okay, it's not pasta all the time. It's like every other meal.
That reminds me of a great story when we were living together and your dad brought us lasagna. And I put barbecue sauce.
He put
Because I'm from the country and we have no culture. I put ketchup and barbecue sauce on everything.
My Italian mother actually watched him put barbecue sauce on her fresh homemade lasagna. And to this day, she still wants to cut your throat.
Yeah, fuck your Italian mom.
Yeah,
no one should care about food that much. Nobody. It's ridiculous.
Italians do. What can I say?
Is that why you moved back home after the 19-year-old?
I didn't actually move back home. I moved in with 2 other fine gentlemen. One of whom is the host of Third Class Thursdays, Mr. Hunter Collins.
Mr. Hunter Collins.
Yep.
And you lived with him for years.
I lived with him for 2 years. 2 years, yeah.
Him and Brian.
And then we moved in. Yeah, it was the trifecta of Vapor
Here's
Central
the thing.
hosts.
No matter how close you are with people, you think they're your friends. You're like, I live with these people. We must be important to each other. And then someone like fucking Rod
Yeah.
sells your Nintendo for weed. Fucking cocksucking
No, okay.
asshole.
I want to clarify that. It wasn't just a Super Nintendo. It was also an N64 with like 11 games.
Yeah, 2 systems.
Okay, an N64. Super
lend
Mario
this-
64.
I lend these motherfuckers my Super Nintendo complete with Mario Paint. I had fucking Mario Paint.
He had the mouse,
with the
too.
mouse.
He had the mouse, and it worked because I love playing that fly swatting game in Mario Paint.
And you
totally
had the
worth
shitty.
it.
You could do the shitty animations, like 6-frame animations, where you just draw a pair
Oh,
of tits
yeah.
and make them go up and down.
Yeah, yeah,
And that was awesome.
yeah. You know, the worst part is, not only did he sell it on the internet for weed, but we actually found the Craigslist posting that he had placed and responded to it as 2 anonymous individuals looking to purchase our own shit back.
What a fucking asshole, man.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to find a Super Nintendo now? You can't do it.
It's
Get the original. I had Legend of Zelda because I'm a big wiener nerd.
that was
But
a great
I fu-
game.
It was a fantastic fucking game. And
was
how
all
would he get
fucking
like 2
fantastic.
grams for the whole fucking
He
thing?
got-
What an asshole!
He got $70.
That should
which-
be at least a pound.
Which
If you
half
gotta-
of it, Cal, this is going to piss you off. Half of it went to pay what he already owed, and the other half went to buy the meager amount of weed that he got from it.
I hate him. I hate him. I don't. He's fine now. He's fine now. But that pissed me. So me and Vince, after we found out he sold our shit, we ransacked his room and stole, 150 DVDs?
It was 2 garbage bags full, 2 big ones. I remember that because I had no bus pass, so I literally had to drag 2 garbage bags full of DVDs to Cal's place.
And we held them ransom at our place?
Yeah. I never gave back his Cops or his Back to the Future box set, which I just watched for the first time 7 years later.
Fuck. Who has DVDs anymore anyway?
No,
In
no one.
hindsight.
I can't steal his Netflix, so that was the next best thing.
I hate him. All right, so.
By the way, where's K-Trev?
K-Trev, oh yes, everybody. If you're wondering where K-Trev is, he's on a giant comedy tour going through Canada and America. Because that guy is the fucking man. So he's left me here to captain the ship all on my own. But that guy, that guy's on the other side of the country. You better be listening, you fat fuck. You better be listening to the show, and you better call in on Skype one of these fucking shows. Just so I know he's still committed. K-Trev, call me. I miss you. Anyway.
I don't think he's calling in.
I don't think he's going to call. I called in when I was out of town. I called in when I was out of town. He had a couple of his buddies on, musicians.
Yeah.
But apparently they were having like this really sweet show, like just talking innocently and sharing fun stories. Then I called in and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Well, that person's a cunt. And fuck, and they're sitting there like, what the fuck's going on? They thought it was actually like a wholesome radio show.
Oh, my God.
No, it's all dick and balls here.
Dick, balls, and weed.
The biggest part, the hardest part about living with dudes is the amount of masturbation that happens.
Yeah, that's true.
There is just an extreme amount of masturbation that happens.
Yeah, actually, Cal.
Mostly by me.
Funny you should bring that up. I seem to remember that when we lived together at 410 Crawford Street, give it up.
I feel bad for whoever lives there now.
Oh, man. No, the next people that moved in after us actually sued the landlord because of the horrid living conditions, which we thought were perfectly acceptable.
Was it due to the masturbating or
No, not entirely. It could have been.
some stains?
Yeah. I mean,
So-
Cal, while we were living together, Cal basically shared the fruits of his loom by telling everyone that he was an avid masturbator. And that, what was the record
No,
you tried
fuck
to
you.
break?
Everyone's an avid masturbator.
Okay, yeah, but
Yeah.
that
Everyone
is,
is. I just admit it.
that is, you know what, Cal, that is entirely true, but no one else has admitted trying to masturbate 50 times in 24 hours. That was you.
I still think it can be done.
It cannot be done. Okay, so
No,
this guy...
it wasn't 50. It was 25.
No, it was 50.
Was it? I could do it.
It was 50.
I could do it.
You could not masturbate 50 times. That is like, we did the math on this. This is like 2.5 times per hour for a solid 24 hours.
That's so easy.
Dude, that is not so easy, man.
That
That's
is
like
so easy.
That's like the 24-hour beer challenge. You think it sounds easy, and then you try and do it, and by 9 hours, your dick is bleeding, and you're crying for the fucking world to kill you.
It's almost. Nah, it's fun.
Okay, so
It's just straight up fun.
we got in an argument about this one night where Cal insisted, as he still does, that this is entirely possible. So we actually set up a website called The Bet. And we tried to get other comics to submit money, and if it went over $100, Cal said he would actually, on a Friday or Saturday night, attempt to do this for 24 hours.
The best part was I had to jerk off in the little ketchup containers.
Okay, so
that there was proof that I did it.
Yeah.
Was it 50 in 24 hours? Was that the
50 in
number?
24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was actually the thing. As it got closer to $100, we realized that we were actually going to have to sit down and think about the logistics of actually proving.
There had to be a referee, someone who
Yeah,
sat
like
by
someone
the
who
door.
had to just sit in there and be like, no, it's not filled. Fill it. No.
Oh, that's so
And
gross.
we came up with ketchup cups. But then we said, there's no way that after fucking 9 times you're going to have anything left in you. You're going to be fucking heaving dry air at that point.
Yeah, what the fuck? We were fucked up.
Dude,
It was fun, though.
I even emailed the biology professor at U of T to see if it was possible. And, yeah, he even got back to me with, this person should seek medical attention.
That was great. Yeah, that was the first time a professional told me I needed real help.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not the last. But throughout all our shitty time living together, we did do comedy.
Yeah.
You're a comedian. I'm a stand-up comedian. You're more of a sketch guy. Hey, Chris, can we line up the one of the first videos? Can we play Slap Chop?
Slap chop.
We're gonna play
Oh,
Slap.
shit.
To me, this is you at your finest.
Oh, at my finest.
This
eh?
is Vince Mannella at his finest. You're a tool.
I'm wearing a sport coat, I think. Wow, look at me. I was all
Looks like
classy.
you just smelt your own shit.
Dude, I was hiding outside because I'm pretty sure I was headlining this night, and I didn't want to get high, and I ended up getting high anyway.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
you have no tolerance.
It was a fruitless endeavor, really.
Yo, I'm overpainting dudes.
As for the Vapor Lounge, just a great place to do comedy. Wide open space, lots of people show up, which is a hard thing to get in Toronto, and I really enjoy doing comedy for people who point and laugh at me.
No, you don't.
Hey!
Shut up, Cal.
Hey, Vince here, and if you're like me, a human, you like to eat. And you don't like things complicated neither. You like them simple. So when you hand me this to make dinner, what is this? It makes noise and fills me full of hookah bite and rage. Then what? I gotta put this thing in water where it's gonna electrocute me? Forget that. What if I'm in the jungle? Where am I supposed to plug this thing in? Who makes electricity anyway? I'll tell you who. Wall Street fat cats. That's who. Well, say goodbye to your troubles with the all-new Slam Chop. It is so simple. All you gotta do is take any kind of food, put it on a flat surface, and go goosh. It's chopped. And this thing is environmentally friendly, too. Woo woo! What's that? It's the green train, and it's making a stop in your kitchen. It uses 433% less electricity than knives in its class, and it consumes very little diesel fuel. Don't ever let unchopped food ruin your meals again. And I've been there, man. I've been there for the pain of unchopped food at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I know what y'all thinking. Next, I've seen this all before, but wait. All you gotta do is simply turn the knife sideways, put something underneath it, and apply pressure, and bam, it becomes a crusher. That's right, a crusher for your very own home. You can crush anything. You could crush garlic, you could crush spices. Hell, you could even crush nuts. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch me crush these nuts. It's gonna be so easy. And there you have it. Crushed nuts. You'd pay up to $1 for these in the ice cream parlor. The only drawback, of course, is that you're the only weirdo who brings his own crushed nuts to the ice cream parlor. So easy, so simple, and it's a cinch to clean. Watch. All you gotta do is put it under some water and wipe. Easy. Now compare that to this, huh? How am I supposed to clean this thing? By following these highly detailed instructions? What am I, some kind of scientia? That's a combo word I made up for both scientist and engineer, of which I am neither. I just want dinner, man. I just want dinner. I just want to take food from here and put it into here without some Wall Street fat cat getting in the way. But don't take my word for it. Check out these satisfied Slam Chop customers.
Hey you, have you heard about the Slam Chop?
Yes, I have used the Slam Chop. It is an amazing product whose qualities I cannot get into now because it is not a part of the script I am currently reading.
Hey you, do you know how the Slam Chop is made?
If I had to speculate as to how this product was made, I would say it was constructed by aliens, blessed by Jesus, and then used to stab Rosie O'Donnell. And there you have it. The future is now. This is the age of Slamquarius under the moon of Chopricorn. And if you order in the next 30 minutes, we'll throw in the all-new Lip Suck, the revolutionary system for eating liquid food. It does the lifting so you can do the sucking. Fantastic. These are miracle products. I would cry right now if I still felt human emotion.
It's new Slam Chop. Order now. Call 1-800-SAM-CHOP. We accept payment by Visa, MasterCard, or Human Teeth. 10-year extremely limited, almost laughable warranty will cover your Slam Chop. Results not typical. Slam Chop may not crush, chop, or slam. Every Slam Chop comes complete with 30-day money-back guarantee.
30-day money-back guarantee. I'll be in Rio by then.
Psst. We're still rolling.
Slam Chop.
Awesome.
Slam Chop.
I love that fucking video.
So
Very nice.
there's a story about that scene where we were coming out of Fillmore's. We actually had to stop filming because there was a bum fight, and they were clearly fighting over the fact that one of them had been too rough with the other one's crack. And me and Hunter were fucking killing ourselves laughing at this bum fight. It was fucking terrible, but I mean, they were fighting over crack. So we tried to film it, and this one guy came out of Fillmore's, and he's like, "Don't film it. Don't film it, man. They'll see the camera, and then they'll take it and sell it for crack."
Yeah, but they're crackheads. You can take shit from a crackhead?
Yeah, well, no.
What are they, like half your weight?
Yeah, you want to fight two crackheads?
I
You
don't
them
want
scratch
to,
you?
but if they try to take my camera,
Yeah, fair enough.
you know how fucking viral that video would have gone right away.
two
Way
crackheads?
better than your shitty Slam Chop
Hey,
video.
man. Hey. Slam Chop.
Oh, shit, that's fun.
Yep.
Yeah, I never got to live with Hunter. I bet that was a good time, though.
Yeah, man. Hunter, it was great to live with Hunter for fucking 2 years.
Hunter it fucking cracks me up because he's the only guy I know when we go out drinking. When we back when we were in college and shit, we'd go out drinking, and he'd drink way too much, way too early, like 7 o'clock.
Fireball. Fireball.
Yeah, but he'd fucking pass out, but he'd still wake up at 11, ready to party.
Yeah.
He'd get up and someone would just hand him a pipe. Woo!
Yeah, he'd be the first one to pass out and always the first one to get back up again.
I punched him in the face once.
Yeah.
I got real drunk.
You guys used to fucking fight like crazy, man. Every time you guys would drink, it was like fucking you and Hunter going at it.
Yeah, it's because he's roughly my size. I can't fight. I'm a tiny dude. There's no one else to fight. Who am I going to fight and get my ass fucking kicked? But I was smashed. It was Hunter's birthday or my birthday? It's both the same.
What, was this at Crawford?
This
in
is
the
at
backyard?
Crawford. We're in the
this
backyard.
is my birthday.
The backyard where we cooked wieners and made hot dogs. Remember we made that fucking ghetto fire in the
Yeah, okay, so this is a good one, yeah. So we decided to make a fire because we had a discussion about how wieners were only good when they were cooked over an open flame. And we both talked about how delicious it was, right? And we were like, we got a backyard, let's start a fire out there and cook some wieners. So what the fuck did we decide to do? We take a fucking poker tin from Walmart, empty that shit out, fill it full of newspapers and lighter fluid, and then cook wieners over ink fire.
Yeah.
It was like we were eating these and like, are these how
it's
we
the
remember?
closest I've ever been to a hobo.
Oh man, they were
so close.
We were eating flaming ink. Like, how do we're
Even
we're
a
gonna
hobo
fucking-
knows to set a garbage
So,
can on fire.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not proud of this, but me and Hunter got into it because I got so drunk. Hunter came late, so he was sober, and I was just floored. I was already almost blackout drunk.
Okay.
And I kept going up to him with my hands over my head, like holding my arms up like this.
Yeah.
And just asking him to punch me. And when he wouldn't, he'd be like, "No, man, I'm not going to fucking do that." Like, "Do it, you fag." I kept calling him because I'm not, like I said, I'm not proud of this moment in my life. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
finally
you-
pushed him around
You
until
used
he's
to
like,
get blackout drunk.
yeah, off the wine. But we'll get into that after the story. So then Hunter finally just lied, annoyed him so much. He's like, "I'm going to kick the shit out of this guy." So he threw me to the ground and got on top of me, and somehow I got one of my weaselly little hands through his defense and popped him in the nose. And his nose, I didn't break it, but it was fucking close. He's wearing a white shirt. He's just soaked in blood.
Oh.
Like his nose just popped all over his shirt. And he got so mad he powerbombed me through the fence. They just picked me up, because I was tiny, dude.
Yeah?
threw me. Oh, so funny.
I only got in one brawl with
And
Hunter.
then I puked on myself. That's how that ended.
Yeah.
I was laying in the fence, and then I just puked on myself.
I actually have a really embarrassing story about that. We were all outside watching you fight, and we were all way drunk. And I was sitting on the stairs with a beer bottle, right? And I was watching this get way out of hand. So I finished my beer, and I was like, man, I've seen movies. I know how to stop this. I'll do something really terrifying, and they'll fucking be so frightened they'll stop. So I had in my head what I was going to do is I was going to finish my beer and just coolly flip it like that and smash it on the railing and be like, if you two fuckers want to fight, you want to fight like men, right? I'm like, this is going to be so fucking cool. So I finish my beer, I flip it, and I smash it as hard as I can. And I was about to get up, and I, you two, and I realized it didn't break. And I just was like, no one saw it, so I just kind of sat down quietly, like, all right, this one's a mulligan. I'm just going to call this.
I feel dumb.
I feel
so
fucking
dumb.
so dumb right now. Oh, man. Yeah. So, yeah, the brawl I got in with Hunter. I got in a brawl with Hunter.
You got no.
I can do a brawl. You were there, man. You were
The
driving.
wedding
Yeah.
brawl.
This is the wedding brawl, yeah. So we all went to our fellow comedian Brad Mills' wedding.
This was important too because that was the first guy in our group of friends to get married.
He got hitched, 2 years out
and
of
let's just
school?
put this in there. He told us right away.
Yeah, fuck you.
When he got engaged,
Yeah.
he told us, and we went to the wedding.
Yeah.
That's important for later on during the podcast.
Oh, okay,
you know.
yeah, we're gonna get to that later on.
So I drove everyone to the wedding in my van.
Yeah.
From work.
In his work van.
In my work van.
There was like 7 people in this van, and
what did Hunter do to piss you off?
Pissed me. Well, the wedding was over, and he was drunk, and I was pretty drunk, and Cal was pissed because he was the only one that wasn't drunk because he had to drive 3 hours in a work van with fucking 6 drunk, shitty comedians.
And you guys weren't even funny then.
So I sat in the front because I was like, Cal, I'll sit in the front because, I'll calm you down. You're getting really pissed. And Hunter had it in his head where he was like, I have to sit in the front. So he tried to grab me and drag me out through the window. So I rolled the window up like halfway so he couldn't do it. And I started talking to Cal. I'm like, you fucking believe this guy? And I turned back and I just see him rushing toward me with a tree branch, which I don't even know where.
That was like a tree. Like
yeah,
a
and he
fucking
shoved
tree.
the whole tree into the window and fucking poked me with it.
Right, and I got pissed because he's wrecking
So yeah,
my
there
van.
was a whole tree in his work van. So then I opened the door and like beat the crap out of him in front of Liz's whole family, who were
That
then
was great.
pouring out.
The wedding party was coming out of the
Yeah.
hall.
The wedding
and
party's
in front
coming out of the
whole
hall.
wedding party.
And I'm sitting there with Hunter's face in the dirt, going, "Ooh, dirt tastes
But
good,
you're
doesn't it?"
slamming him up and down on the ground.
I remember I broke his first cell phone, the one with all the colored lights on the front that cost like $300 back then, but is now worth like $6.
Yeah, and I pulled over on the highway to kick him out of the car.
Yeah, I remember that too.
And everyone was like, "No, man, don't be an asshole."
He wanted to leave.
Fuck you, man. You can walk home.
He wanted to leave. Let me out, man. I remember when Cal used to like to party.
Yeah,
Now
I
he
remember
doesn't
when Cal
party
was
anymore.
cool. What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what roommates is. They're fun to remember, but in the moment, it's the worst.
They're good stories. It's always good stories, right?
What's the wine story? You mentioned wine.
Oh, the wine story. So Vince has terrible ties to a shitty mafia, I think.
Really?
Okay, so I had this uncle who had a car dealership who was under suspicion from the RCMP for selling stolen car parts. And I don't really want to say one way or the other whether or not he was actually guilty of this.
Guilty.
But
Completely fucking
That's a
guilty.
huge yes.
as a kind of another side business, he set up a winery in Richmond Hill where no grapes are grown. And he had a lot of people purchase large amounts of wine.
But he didn't give a fuck about the wine. That was
No,
he made shitty wine.
He made wine just to make wine. It's like a pyramid scheme where you want to sell something to someone so that you can get someone else in on the selling. You're not selling anything good.
Right.
So he used to sell, I shit you not, he would sell these wines in those old-fashioned Hick jugs. You know the ones in the Simpson cartoons that used to have the X's on the side? And my dad thought it would be hilarious to give us a whole jug of Hick wine, which I told Cal not to drink. But
and fuck did I drink it.
so it was like toxic sludge. It was actually a liquid. It was more of a gel.
It would solidify on the side of the jar.
Yeah.
And you'd see like a half-inch
Ugh.
solid wine that you could break off and eat if you wanted to. It was terrible. Whatever it was, I'd black out instantly. You drink one and you're like, ah. Most people couldn't even keep it down.
No, it's look, we told you not to drink the wine. We told Cal, don't drink the wine. And Cal had this thing, like, where he thought he was going to beat the wine. That was his whole thing. I'm going to beat this wine. So one night he sits down and decides he's going to, this is it. This is him versus the wine.
Yeah.
And he has 2 pints of this toxic, barely edible sludge. And then he went into the bathroom where we housed about 30 Maxim magazines. And you just tore through every single one of them screaming, she's not going to fuck me.
Yeah, I was very
She's
upset.
not going to fuck me.
That was, yeah.
Our whole house was covered in Maxim magazines.
Yeah, that was a very dark time for me, man.
No, and I remember that we tried to stop him, and then he went back for the jug, and we all just gave up. And I remember I went to bed and woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I opened the bathroom door, and I found you head first on the toilet screaming. And I just told him that the wine won yet again.
Here's the thing. When I was 19 years old, I had Kurt Cobain hair. I was 120 pounds. I had the body structure of a small boy.
Sure.
It was just all ribs with a little pot belly thing.
He would only eat waffles.
And I had no money. I made $800 a month,
Right.
which more than half went to rent so I could live in a closet.
And cigarettes.
And cigarettes.
So you
And
were
then-
right in saying that those Maxim girls would never fuck you. Cause
Yeah. But you
legitimate
couldn't get
rage.
fucked living how I lived. You just couldn't
Right,
do it.
no.
I'm not a smooth person. I talk too bluntly. I'd get pissed off real fast. I'd start talking to a girl. I was like, go fuck you. I'd get so mad that women wouldn't fuck me. And I'd take it out on the wine.
You did get a girl back there to fuck you.
Yeah. Fucking feedback?
Feedbag.
Oh,
we never
yeah.
we never actually knew her real name. We just called her Feedbag. I'll let
Yeah.
Cal fill in the feedbag joke here.
I never knew her name either. You know what the saddest part of that story is? I was so happy to bring someone. I was so drunk, and I brought home this woman who, to the best description, looked like Vince with bigger tits. Like, that's the best way to explain.
You know what?
she
I would
looked
want
like.
to defend myself, but it's very apt.
It is. It's very. And I was
It's
just
like
happy.
me and Patton Oswalt had a baby daughter.
But I was so drunk, and we had sex, and it wasn't good. It was just me on top going, I'm so happy I'm doing this. Like, it wasn't. She did not enjoy it at all. Nobody came. And at the end of it, she's like, it was 5:30 in the morning. She's like, I gotta go home. And she never blew me that whole night, so I just sat on the edge of my bed on my knees naked, begging for a blowjob with this little rock-hard dick just quivering in the darkness, the moonlight out of the window shining on it. Just one of the saddest fucking points of my life, begging for a blowjob. Terrible.
Oh.
And then the really fucked up part was the next week I went to the same dance club and I saw her. I'm like, I'm never going to make that mistake again. I have learned. So the next time I saw her at the same club, I went up and I laughed at her. I was like, yeah, you had sex with me, idiot. And then the next week I was drunk and I took her home again.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think, yeah, and I brought her
I remember that. You know how I remember that, Cal? Because that night we were all going to go out, and I did way too many shots, and I tried to fight Nick. I think it was Nick. And we
hasn't tried to fight
we
Nick?
scrapped a little bit, and then I just realized I was way too fucking drunk, and I passed out on the carpet in the middle of my bedroom. And my bedroom door faces the hallway where everyone comes in. So I remember kind of vaguely waking up from a pass out at like 3 a.m. and Cal bringing back in the same chick. And she actually said, hi, Vince. And I was like, hi, Feedback.
She knew your name. That's fucking great that she knew our names.
Yeah, I don't even know how.
At what point? We never had conversations. I
don't
hung
know.
my head as I tried to sneak that woolly mammoth into my room.
Oh.
So where did
That's rude. I
feedback
shouldn't.
come
She's
from?
probably a very sweet girl. I shouldn't really.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be mean. I was the piece of shit in that whole scenario.
She could be here right now. You don't
She
even
could
know.
be. I'm sorry if you're listening.
Well, she doesn't know she was
I am
Feedback.
not. That also stuff I'm not proud about. But it happened.
Where'd the name come from? Feedback.
It was a mix-up because she had the jaw of a very strong racehorse.
Right, sure.
So all I could think about was the feed bag that they eat from.
I think we were
That's a good
making
one.
oat bag jokes.
Yeah,
and
yeah. It was a lot of.
Oat bag.
Speaking of you being a piece of shit,
Okay.
me and Vince did shrooms. Do you guys like shrooms? Do you like the shroomy shrooms? Yeah, you do. They're fucking awesome. But here's why Vince sucks.
Oh, fucking.
Okay, so this is one of the last years I had roommates. The last year I had a roommate. So me and Vince, 2 a.m, a guy selling shrooms at a party. So me and Vince, I grab a bag and Vince grabs a smaller bag. And we go back to my place. And we're sitting there. So I took 4 grams of shrooms. And Vince, I think you took 1.
one, yeah.
Now, shroom rules dictate you don't leave somebody alone. When you're in a shroom party, you stick it out. You got to be there for each other. So I get a half hour in and I start tweaking. I've got body buzzes just going crazy. I'm giggling. I'm talking about how great I am.
The Statue of Liberty and the couch thing?
Yeah, I stuffed myself in between the couch cushions real deep so just my upper body could be seen. And I had my shirt off and I was holding up tinfoil, claiming to be the Statue of Liberty. I was having a great time. And throughout this, Vince stops and goes, well, I'm going home.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
So he chased me with a knife.
I chased him with a knife around the house.
He thought that was an acceptable way to get me to stay. Because I honestly was leaving because I was getting tweaked and I was thinking he was fucking crazy. And then he confirms that by chasing me around the house with a fucking knife, yelling, "You can't leave," as if I'm in some kind of fucking slasher horror flick. And then I just imagined myself being cut to pieces and him wearing my skin.
It was a little knife. It would take, look at, you're big, you're fat. There's no way I'm going to cut you up into that many
I
pieces.
feel like you would have tried because you're one of them wily fucking crazy people.
But you don't leave someone alone when they're like that. I had a knife. I had a fucking knife. You're like, yeah, and you just left me there.
Yeah.
Alone with my shroom brain, which had terrible thoughts running. I tried to jerk off the shrooms because the first 3 hours are great. But if you have a bad, like the last 2 hours for me is always a bad crash. So I tried to jerk off the highs. Like, I'll jerk off, I'll feel a lot better. And my balls melted into my fingers. Like, that's how I felt. I couldn't get hard.
You don't fucking...
Balls do feel great.
Okay.
They feel great when you're on shrooms.
So as long as we're talking about shrooms and roommates. So in one of the last places that I lived before I finally shed the whole roommate thing and never looked back, I lived with two other people who I've mentioned already, but I'll just kind of leave it out. One of whom had the wicked idea, and I don't know where he got these seeds from. He got rye seeds, and he's like, we have a whole back room. Let's grow shrooms back there, and then we'll sell them, and then we'll all use that money to pay for the rent so that we don't have to be pay rent, and we can all be comedians and just be awesome. And
yeah, guess who did a lot of shrooms.
And I'm like, that's a fucking wicked idea, Brian. Oops. I was like, that's really great. So we grew all these mushrooms, and guess how many of them we sold? None. Not one fucking bag was sold. And ask how many people did the shrooms. Not I. Not Hunter. Fucking okay.
Here's the thing: if you have an affinity for drugs, but you cannot get involved into the drug.
Well, here's the thing that I didn't get.
You're not gonna.
You're not gonna make any money. But I mean, like, to grow shrooms, like. Shrooms is not a drug that you can steadily have, like, that you can rely upon for a steady income. You know what I mean? Like, realistically, have you ever been like, man, fuck, I did shrooms last week. Got to do shrooms again. And then again next week. It's like, no, every once in a while you grab fucking shrooms. That's it. Yeah. So Brian ended up making
It's a celebratory thing for me.
Yeah. He made so much mushroom tea that I swear to God, like, I would walk into the room fucking one morning, and he would be passed out in the middle of the fucking living room floor. And this is fucking true. He passes out in the middle of the floor, but not before he fucking constructed this, like, Guillermo del Toro fucking claw hanging down from the chandelier that was made out of, like, tinfoil and glued together shit. And then he left this poem for me. It was like something out of fucking Alice in Wonderland. What was that guy that redid that? Tim Burton. And then him and his 12-hour fucking shroom trip sessions where he would walk through rich neighborhoods and record himself, talking to himself on his voice recorder.
You know, that's my favorite part about shrooms is when you have all these thoughts of how brilliant you are.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've got all the world's problems solved right here. And I had the same thing. I wrote it all down in a book. And I had pages of pages. Like, I'm going to read this tomorrow, and I'm going to get rich, and I'm going to fucking rule. This is going to be the best. I'm going to help the world so much. And then you wake up in the morning, you read it's like, everyone should do shrooms.
Hey, Cal, I'm going to try to call K-Trev on Skype.
Do it up.
But he only has audio, so I'll just bring in his audio. He's in the airport. He just went through security.
Oh, are you talking to him?
Not yet. I'm going to call right now.
Okay, give him a ring. See what's up.
We'll see if this works.
I'm going to keep talking until, you know what else happened on the fucking shrooms? Is, because I was alone.
Oh, yeah.
I went out into my shitty kitchen, and I had that moment where everything feels alive. So we had a bunch of garbage on the table, so wind was blowing in from the window and moving all the garbage.
In that place,
like, holy fuck.
everything was alive, man.
I looked at the floor, and all the speckles came alive on the floor. It looked like little bugs. And then we had a mouse trap, one of those sticky traps, which don't use sticky traps to catch mice. That's fucking cruel. That's the worst way. There's just this mouse who's still alive in the trap, just slowly kicking his feet. And I lost my mind. I thought the house was alive. I was going to get eaten by it. And I had to protect what was my room. So I took a broom and I marched in front of it like a soldier for like a half hour. And then the next half hour spent time trying to taste what my tongue tasted like. I was like, what does my tongue taste like, dude? And just trying to lick my own tongue.
Do you remember how many mice we had at that place when we lived, you, me, and the two other guys?
Tons. We had tons.
And we used those disgusting sticky traps because, you remember when we had the whole death thing where we actually had this rule. We caught so many mice in these sticky traps, we had to put them out of their misery because they were just fucking horrifying. So we actually took turns, one at a time, being the executioner of these mice.
So brutal, man.
It was one of the worst fucking experiences of my natural life.
And Juno had no problem.
No, that was
Juno to walk out. Juno's the other guy with Matt. Juno.
You fucking said his whole fucking name.
Sorry, no. Jacob.
Okay, calling now.
You're calling. Okay, here we go. We're gonna talk to K-Trev here.
Hello.
Hey, K-Trev, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Cal?
I'm sitting here at our podcast, buddy. I heard you're at the airport.
Hey, how's it going, Paper Central?
We got a lively audience, buddy.
This is the first time.
How's the show been going since I've been away?
The show's been going really good. I'm sitting here with Vince Mannella. We're going over old stories of living together and how much he sucks.
Like how he didn't tell anyone he got married for a year?
Oh, we're getting into that next. We haven't got into that, but that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Way to spoil it, K-Trev.
How's it going, brother?
How's the comedy tour going, buddy?
It's been fun so far. I've hit Vancouver and Victoria and just spent the night in Seattle in a very lovely Ramada where there's a sign out in front of my hotel that says they're trying to cut down on prostitution and crime, so everything's being photographed.
So you got yourself a whore, that's what you're saying, right? You went and got one before they cut down on it?
So I got a terrible meatball sandwich and a salad that... Okay, I ordered a house salad from this pizza place. It was covered in ham and had a boiled egg on it.
You know what I love, K-Trev? Whenever you have horror stories from the road, it's always about bad food.
Well, that is terrible food, though.
But a lot of people like, I did too much drugs, I did something like that. K-Trev's like, I had this fucking melt that was just awful.
I was trying to eat, I'm trying to eat better, and I ordered a salad, and it was loaded with ham.
Are you having you're in the airport. Maybe we shouldn't be talking about drugs while you're at the airport. I don't know if they're listening in.
Probably not too much.
Yeah, okay, we won't really get into that. I'll ask when you get back.
But they were just talking about mushrooms, so...
Yeah, we were just talking about mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
You working with anybody fun?
Yeah, in Vancouver, I was working with Chris Porter, who was on one of the last seasons of Last Comic Standing. He's originally from Kansas, now lives in L.A., and Erica Sigurdsson was emceeing the shows, so it was a ton of fun. We had some people drop by, like John Bueller. So it was like one of those weekends where everyone was a solid pro and kicked a lot of ass, and we all had fun. And then I was in Victoria at Heckler's with Jordan Chazowski, who's back in Edmonton now. He was Kathleen McGee's roommate in L.A., so he had several months by himself after they wouldn't let McGee back into the United States.
Jesus. Well, it sounds like the tour's going great. You're a goddamn superstar.
And then I'm off to Myrtle Beach. I got to fly to Charlotte to catch a connector in Myrtle Beach, and then I'm working at the Carolina Comedy Club with Matt Davis.
When you get to Myrtle Beach, are you going to go to the beach?
Sorry?
Are you going to go to the beach when you get to Myrtle Beach? They have a beach, right?
Oh, yeah. It's gorgeous.
No, Cal, it's a landlocked tourist attraction called Myrtle Beach.
Hey, you never know. You never fucking know. I've never been. We'll pick up some
Myrtle Beach, Myrtle Beach has got a lot of touristy crap. I've never seen more mini putts in my life than when I was in Myrtle Beach the last time. But the beaches are gorgeous, and they've got some of the best golfing. I'm not even a golfer, but I think just by law, I have to when I'm in Myrtle Beach.
We'll pick up some
Plus,
babes for me, dude.
They have a restaurant there called the Filling Station, which is all you can eat of everything. They have a make-your-own sandwich booth.
See, you always bring it back to food. How do you do that every time? You're in Myrtle Beach, go grab a hot ass.
And I'm probably going to go by Dick's Crab Shack just so I can get a bib that says I got crabs at Dick's.
Awesome, buddy. So when are you back?
Sorry, bro?
When are you coming back?
I'll be home Sunday afternoon. I'm flying in, and I'm sticking around for a couple days. I fly out to Calgary on the 13th for 2 weeks of shows. I'm emceeing 1 week, and then I'm doing a co-headline with Kyle Bottom. And might be doing a show in Prince George. We're waiting to hear back from that. But when I'm in town, I'm going to be doing one of the North by Northeast shows. And, of course, I'll be back Monday to help you co-host the podcast there.
Oh, you're going to be back this Monday for the podcast?
I will be.
Fuck. Shit, man. I was really getting used to doing it myself, and I like it. Sure, I'll have you back, I guess.
Lucky for you, I'm getting really good at this thing, so I'll probably be gone again at some point.
All right, K-Trev, I love you, buddy.
Love you too, brother. Love all you crazy potheads.
Here, I'll see if I can get everyone to applaud for you. K. Trevor Wilson, everyone. Big round of applause for my co-host. Louder! Louder! There we go. All right, big guy. I'll see you on Monday.
Cool. See you then.
Have a safe flight.
Peace. Will do. Have a good one. Peace.
Later, buddy. Not that you can have a safe flight. That's up to no one but the pilot. I don't know why people say that. What's the deal? Okay, we were talking.
That's the first time I've done a call to a cell phone from Skype. That was cool.
That was fucking awesome. I think it went really well.
Yeah.
It sounded all right. I tried to fix the sound, the whole thing, but he has a deep voice.
Yeah, he sure does.
Through the cell
he really overpowers the lower frequency.
That's because he always has a quarter chicken lodged in his larynx.
Cornish game hen.
So if you want to prank call anyone anytime.
Awesome.
Let's prank call Brian.
I wonder what that showed up as, too. Like when I call from Skype. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It shows up as like a bunch of ones or zeros.
00815.
Yeah, it's perfect for prank calling.
Awesome.
Can we throw up a video, Chris? Any video that I threw up there? I'm not sure which ones.
The next one's the anti-drug commercial.
Oh, can we do one of the... Can you put on Asonia?
We have that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's from the Montreal Sketch Fest.
Yeah.
From a hanging camera?
Oh, it's behind us here.
Oh, wow. Not.
Okay, we'll do that then.
Kids are starting to learn a new language.
Zoomers.
Fine China.
Java.
Weed. Doorknob.
Mexican enema.
I leaky boom boom down. Ramalama ding dong.
African red bush.
White beaten lubricant.
Sir Reginald Wilmington Killingham Winstershire III Esquire Jr.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Learn the language before your kids do. For more information on drug prevention, please visit the Canadian government's website at www.gc.ca. Or maybe just try talking to your kids like a parent is supposed to. Bitch ass.
Fuck you, parents.
Can you believe we didn't get any grants for that? I mean, I submitted it to the Harper government, but they were like, nah.
I like that you just threw up the actual government website, too.
Oh, yeah, sure. Fucking go to it.
Okay, so this is...
Oh, man, the Leafs suck right now. They couldn't score a goal to save their lives.
Montreal Sketch Fest.
They fucking blow. Yo, dog, you gonna pace around all day? You gonna sit down and watch the game?
Sorry, guys, I just got.
I'm the white amorphous blur, in case you want to know.
Beer's for, dude. Man, grab a brew. Set it up, dude.
Look, guys, would you still hang out with me if I like changed a little.
Like, you changed into a zombie?
No, like if I was just sort of different than you guys.
Different, like you're a zombie ninja different?
No, like if I was like into different things than you guys were.
Like a zombie ninja who's not into Fall Out Boy?
No.
Fall Out Boy was the good
Look, guys,
pass of
I'm
09.
gay. I'm coming out to you.
Whoa.
I'm gay.
You're gay? He's gay. I think you said he's gay. Okay. Are we talking like Richard Simmons gay or like Dane Cook gay?
I'm talking like Mr. Clean gay.
Oh, that is stupid gay. Stupid gay.
Look, I've been having, this was like way over my head for so long. I just want to tell you guys, I hope this doesn't change the dynamic of our friendship. I'm still the same dumb dude.
Honestly, dude, how long have we known each other? Realistically.
Like since the beginning of the semester.
And it's been a great 3 weeks. We're like bros. You don't care what you're into so long as you're a bro, you know?
That's so good to hear, guys. Let's just watch the game, man.
So you like to suck dick? Just suck dick. Suck a dick. Suck a dick. I'll say shit.
More to it than that.
Big dumb. Here you go. Alright. Yeah. So, now that you're a gay, which one of us would you rather, you know? That's a solid question.
Very funny, guys. I'm not gonna pounce on you, don't worry.
What the fuck? Whoa. What? You don't want to fuck either of this? Dude, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you know if there's an animal hospital around here? Because these pythons look sick. Yeah, but check this out. Check out this mystical ass, man. It's amazing. At night, unicorns run across it. Northern lights gleam off it. It's its own country, dude. I call it Assonia. Onia. Oh, whatever. He is clearly a man who's into pets. Check out these bad boys, huh? You want a little bug? You want a little bug? Yeah. Hard as rock. This bench press fucking RoboCop. Look, man, you're just jealous because his first homosexual conquest is gonna be my ass. Onia.
Guys, cut it out, alright? I'm not gonna remorselessly pound either one of you, okay? You're not my type.
That's fucking bullshit. Dude, I don't know about you, but my pythons feel pretty upset right now. I just want you to know, dude, I think your pythons are slick and fucking dangerous. Really? I do. You know what? Thank you. And I've always admired the quiet dignity of Assonia. Anyways. Dude, I just want to say those pecs, they scream out into the night, longing to be sucked on. Dude, have you been reading the poetry I've been writing about my pecs? Yeah? It's the only thing in the shitter to read, and I love it. It's true, I did put it in the shitter. Yo, I got an idea. Oh, what? Dude, you and me, let's go somewhere in French. Yes! Oh, so let's do it. Stop.
What are you guys doing? There's a game on. Where are you going?
Dude, we're gonna go do man things. Yeah.
We were boys.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. We'll play this video. Oh, okay. We'll play that one a bit. That's me and Hunter sketch that I love. It's like 30 seconds long.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was great.
All right. What time is it? Okay, we can get into this now. Here's another reason why Vince Mannella sucks.
Another reason why I suck.
He sucks so much. So Vince has had a girlfriend who's now your wife.
Yep.
And you got married, but you didn't tell any of us. You didn't tell
Nope.
your fucking best friends
No.
that you were getting married. One of the biggest things in life. And you're just like, nah, not gonna. And I assume it's because when you guys first got together, she took you away from comedy. We were all doing comedy together.
This is something that you guys have held close to your hearts for fucking, I don't know, like years.
She's a bitch.
I slowed down with comedy because comedy sucks sometimes.
It's hard. I'll give
Most
you that.
of the
It's
time.
fucking hard.
You gotta live with roommates like you.
Yeah, you do.
You gotta fucking do shitty shows like for fucking like bullshit promoters.
Yeah, you do.
That pay nothing.
Yeah.
And then you gotta come home and be like, one day, I'm gonna be able to middle and bury. Fuck you.
And I did. And I did.
Yeah,
Living
you go.
the dream, buddy.
Yeah, living the dream.
But
Not even
you
getting
were-
enough to cover the GO ticket to get out there. Like,
When we were all
fuck.
coming up as stand-ups, you were way ahead of all of us. This is what was incredible. Because you were so far ahead of us. You had better writing. You had better. You were getting more opportunities then. Like,
I
we
don't
were
know,
all
I
in the
don't-
open mic scene. We were shit.
I don't agree with that.
No, you were at the Laugh Resort. You did a couple of weekends, I think. Like, just guest spots.
Yeah, all right.
And you were getting very far. And then this bitch comes in, and you just stopped doing comedy. And that's why we were so. That's how it looked to us. And that's why we were so fucking mad. So whenever you went around, we're like, how are we gonna get that fucking bitch out of Vince's life?
Dude, when it came down to it is, I like shit. I like fucking IMAX and TVs and fucking cell phones. And you can't pay for those things if you're a comedian.
You can. You just got to be really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
I didn't really want to do that.
But I think the breaking point was when you guys broke up for a week or whatever it was. But you broke up, and then we all went loose.
Oh, my God.
Like we got you drunk. And
the
we just
shit that came out of these people's mouths.
Do you remember some of the good ones? We were dropping cunt all over the place. We were just saying the worst things. Like, yeah, it's so good. This is way better for you, and fuck her. And secretly, he's already gotten back together with her.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's not saying anything.
No,
And we're just going off.
That's always a funny thing with dudes when they break up with a girl that all the dudes have hated forever. It all comes out. And
That's
even-
what guys got to do. That's how you make a dude feel better when somebody breaks their heart.
Right.
You gotta, fuck her. You're
Well,
awesome.
part
She
of
was
the-
lucky
yeah.
to have you.
It's part of the healing process. So I didn't tell them because after all this, I was like, wow, they really hate her. I guess I'm just not going to say anything.
But we had right to hate her, though. She's
Yeah.
like, she told you, like, you should get a better job so that you can pay for stuff because I don't want to work. Like, she said that to you.
She did not say
You
that to
told
me.
me she said that. She didn't want. She hated working at Starbucks 3 times a
She
week.
hated working and she wanted to be like a housewife, but I told her that wasn't going to happen. And you guys kind of warped that into she wants me to pay for
You
everything.
should have dropped her right there. It's like, you should do more so I don't have to do anything.
She comes from the
He's like,
country,
"Yeah,
man.
Fuck
Like,
you.
Okay.
You're done.
So this is why I didn't say anything.
And this, I think, is why Vince didn't say anything.
Mhm. So I didn't say anything. I got an apartment at Yonge and Eglinton with her. We lived together for fucking 2 goddamn years.
Where you never invited us over.
It's not I never invited you over. You guys never wanted to come north of Bloor because you all lived in fucking that area. So you're like, oh, man, the
But
subway?
you never
That's
asked. You're never like, hey, guys, I got a brisk. Come on over.
a brisk?
A brisket, whatever.
A brisket.
Some sort of meat that
Okay.
you like to eat. Yeah, I'm just saying, you never held out a hand. I
So,
invite
okay.
people to my place all the
All
time.
right, so to be honest, I was planning on telling you guys, like, and then I just kept not telling you guys, and then I realized I was like, how long could this possibly go on for? And it went on for 2 years.
Well, you had gotten married.
Yeah.
And somehow made sure there was no proof on Facebook. The amount of work you had to do to keep your marriage a secret from us
Okay.
was fucking appalling.
It was actually hilarious. as
You
far as
had
I
to
was
fucking hack. It would have just been way easier. Like, yeah, I just got fucking married, guys.
I know,
The
but-
amount of work you had to put into the lie.
To be honest,
was
it wasn't
just-
really a lot of work. You guys aren't really sleuths in any. I love that whole shit that you pulled the week after we got back from the Montreal Sketch Fest for you.
No, we did it before. All right, so we're going.
No, it
out-
was after. It was after.
No,
man.
we told you after, but we did it
Yeah,
before.
I know you did it before. I know.
This is how we caught Vince in his momentous lie. Why even lie? I have no idea why. You can't. You're not proud of what you've done. That must have been so insulting for her. It's like, you don't even want to tell your friends that we're married, and she's okay. We always assumed you just had her chained up in the back room. We never thought that it was going to be marriage. But how we caught Vince, this was fantastic, is we were picking him up. We were going away to the weekend to Montreal for the Sketch Festival, and we've been like, Vince is living with her. We know it. We don't see him anymore. He's got to be in there with a babe. Maybe not a babe, but someone. Maybe a dude. I don't know. We got to find out. We have no idea. So I get this idea. I go, Hunter, when we get to the house, pretend you got to piss really bad. And then Vince will have to let you use his bathroom. That's what friends do. You could have flat out said no, which would have been funny as hell.
You know what I was actually
like,
gonna,
nah, man.
I
you
was
can't.
thinking of taking Hunter down to the laundry room bathroom.
That would have been equally.
That would have been fucking hilarious.
So then Hunter goes up to use your bathroom, and you don't hide anything. And he sees all the wedding pictures on the mantle. You've got yourself a fucking suburban home in the city. Like, it's classic wedding photos. In the washroom, it's all full of women's stuff. and things they do to themselves. And Hunter comes out, and he comes out to me. I'm driving the car, and he gets in. I go, "What'd you find? What'd you find?" And he's fucking white.
Wow.
He's like, "Dude, man, I can't even tell you right now. I can't even do it." And then you're like, he's married. And then we made the decision then not to give you a hard time until afterwards. Because we knew how stressed out you were about the sketch fest. We didn't want to wreck your comedy by insulting you all weekend. So we did it the week after.
Yeah.
You piece
So
of
you
shit.
did the same thing that he did to you guys. You just held it back.
Yeah, we
You're
held
like,
it
"Oh,
back
it's
because
gonna
we
be
didn't
easier
want to.
just
We
to
didn't
not
want to
say it."
hurt him. That's why we held it back.
That's
He
the
held
same
it
with him
back
and you guys.
because he was afraid for his own safety. He didn't want to be bombarded with jokes.
I didn't want to take shit from a bunch of comedians.
I just can't tell you how much that hurt our friendship. Like, it really broke my heart.
Oh,
that
shut
one
up,
of my
Cal.
closest friends. And then we ended up getting to know her, like getting to know her again. Because I'm sure you told her all the shit we said. I'm sure you had to.
No, I just told her. I told her that you guys felt very strongly about not liking her.
That's a very not good way of putting it.
Yeah.
She's a bitch. She's a bitch. But anyway, she ended up becoming very cool. We've got to know her recently in the last year, and she's actually pretty fucking. She's an awesome person. A little bit lippy when she's drunk.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the same with everybody.
Yeah, but she's really funny, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you ever gonna shut your fucking mouth? That's what my buddy Nick said to her, which was just fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great.
And then husband Vince came out to play right after that.
Yeah.
He was Buddy Vince, and then we insulted his wife, and then husband Vince came out. Come on, guys, really? Really, guys?
Yeah.
Is this what we're doing?
At that point, I might as well have bought a Chevy Tahoe.
You guys gonna have kids?
Yeah, at some point.
Gross.
Well, they cost money, and we don't have any of that.
No, don't do it.
Oh, well, as long as I'm telling you things that have happened in my life, Cal, did I tell you I bought a car?
Fuck off.
Yeah.
That's bigger than the marriage.
Yeah.
You bought a car?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
No. It's not even here.
What kind of car did you get?
I got a Dodge Journey.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's an SUV, Cal.
Gross.
It's an...
Oh, he's got pictures. You're one of those guys. Oh, it's the keys. Let me see. Now I have keys to a car. Dodge Journey. Do you like it? Is it any good?
Yeah. I guess.
It must have a short wheel because I know you can't put your arms above your head.
Yeah. It has one of those wheel assist for people who have mutant arms.
Vince, this is great about Vince. He can't raise his arms that high. It's shut up. But it's weird. Your whole back has to go up.
No. I have weird. Like my brother's the same way, man. We can't straighten our legs out either.
Oh fuck! Let's tell the story about gay porn.
The gay porn?
Yeah. Okay. So me and Vince, when we lived together, we had a buddy who went away. He lived with us, and I hated him. Hated his guts because he was lazy and he didn't work. He did work, but his parents were rich.
He came from a rich family, so he was used to kind of doing nothing.
Yeah, he was an asshole, and he'd always eat my fucking food.
He wasn't an asshole. You guys just hated him.
Yeah, I did. So anyway, near the end of us living together, me and Vince had this great idea because Juno went out. Fuck, man.
He went to Ottawa. He went home for a couple days.
Yeah, he went to Ottawa, and so me and Vince were like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to because he left his laptop, like we're going to hack into it and cover it in gay porn.
Yeah.
Because is so funny.
So
and when he gets
hilarious.
back, he'll see all this gay porn. And what we didn't know was that he was a closeted homosexual.
Wow.
So he came back, and we were waiting for him to come out and go, okay, guys, who put all that gay porn on my and we nothing.
Yeah, we never heard
of it again, right? And we were just like, we kind of just forgot about it. And then years later,
he came out like a month later.
Yeah.
He came out of the closet. He told us, and me and Vince.
Well, no, he told us years later after he came out.
No, but when he came out,
yeah.
When he did come out a month later, me and Vince were like, holy fuck, did we make him gay?
Yeah.
Did we put gay porn
we
on his
thought it was
computer?
like,
and
he
he's like,
came
you know what?
home.
I dig this. This is what I like.
Like he just fired on his computer to check his email, and he's like, you know, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm enjoying the view.
I'm really enjoying this docking video that they left on my desktop. But no, like years later, he was like, yeah, I didn't say anything because I was really scared that you guys had actually found my gay porn.
Yeah.
So what's really funny is during the process of hacking and subsequently putting gay porn all over his computer, we did not even think to find the gay porn that was already on his computer.
Oh, we're shitty hackers.
That was great. He actually said it was good porn. He did jerk off to it a couple times.
Hey, look, we have some skill.
So apparently we have taste in gay porn.
Sure.
I don't know if that's something we should really be proud of, but
I thought that was just the one of the best backfires on a joke. God, we were children.
Yeah.
Just so dumb and silly.
Yep.
Now, Dave, you have roommates now. Me and Vince both live with women.
What's your opinion on current roommate events?
Now, Dave has 4 roommates.
Oh, man. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, yeah.
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 I have 4 roommates that I found on Kijiji.
Oh, man, you don't even know them?
No.
You know what, though? That could
No.
be both a good and a bad thing.
It was kind of nice because everyone puts up their guard for like the first couple weeks, you know. So
they don't trust you.
Right? Yeah, I could be stabby still.
Who is this little Harry Potter guy running around our house?
Yeah. Yeah, but now it's good, you know. I've started.
Well, they must love you. You just because you always carry around a bag of rolled pot, like
Right.
all the time.
Right.
If you ever run into Dave,
that's a nice.
Just get him to pull his hand out of his pocket, and he's got just a baggie. Hey guys, that's
true.
how he talks. He doesn't say things. He just pulls out a bag. He's like, respect me,
Right.
respect me.
Yeah, you know.
It is an awesome way.
Hey, it works.
I've been using it to chip away at my roommates, but they're kind of weird guys because they're all like engineering students, so you know.
They're smarter than you.
They're not known as the smoothest type of dude, right? They're smarter than me. That's what it is. I'm intimidated.
They don't know how to talk to
But
women.
I'm street smart, you know.
Are you street smart? How are you street smart?
I'm a street guy.
Yeah. With a voice like, I know what I'm doing out on the street.
Yeah. That's what street guys do.
I own the street, baby.
When someone challenges them, they go, yeah, I got it.
God, you're so unassuming.
But you know, it's all right. Roommates.
Any big fucking blowouts?
I have a female roommate now, so that's weird.
She's sexy?
Sure, yeah.
Sure? That's not a yes. That's a you try not say something bad.
Yeah, that's like.
Sure, yeah. She's not listening. Don't worry about it. There's no one listening to this right now.
She eats. Yeah.
She has human features.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Bone structure and whatnot.
I'm sure there's a vagina in there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like 60% of her skin is not covered in scar tissue.
I never got the opportunity to have a female roommate, and that's probably for the better.
No, hold on. When you were living at fucking, what was that place called? Lake Promenade, that really hot chick that lived upstairs.
Oh,
you did.
Christine, yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow, I hit on her a lot.
Oh, God.
And
You
thinking
that
I was
hottie?
being smooth, but really just going in like, hi, do you want to go
Yeah.
out and with a date?
His version
For
of
me?
Vince Moon. Can I fuck you now?
Way out of my league. Jesus. And every guy in the house asked her out. That was the best part. We pretty much just lined up, and she had
Oh,
to turn
my
us
God.
all down at the same
But dude,
time.
she was like,
no.
we go over
Idiot.
there, and like I'd be like, hey, Cal, what's up? And she'd like come into the room with like a Gucci tube top and this fucking these fucking like Catholic school girl like whore fucking skirt, which she shortened it. I'm just like, this is your chillin' gear, like.
That's the thing. When you walk into a room of like 4 or 5 dudes wearing that and then walk out, you know they're all just shutting their bedroom doors.
Yeah.
And they're simultaneously
Hey,
jerking
you
off.
can't take the Vaseline. I need the Vaseline for moisturizing.
You know, when I lived with you know what you fucking did that was really funny and
What?
slightly irritating? Is you
Yeah.
kept all your food in your bedroom. Like you were a goddamn
that's a
wolf
weird- that's a
protecting
weird
his
move.
Not all my
weird
food.
move.
I had some canned goods.
The stuff that
Canned
didn't
goods.
need to be refrigerated, you had kept in your room.
Yeah.
And you were very,
Because
very constrictive about
Okay.
what you'd give out.
So here's the thing. It was my first time living by myself with my own everything, and I wasn't really sure how to manage the situation. And you guys weren't exactly trustworthy for the first little bit in terms of food.
We broke into your room so much to steal your food.
I know.
But you ate shit that we couldn't make.
Yeah.
Because you cook like an Italian. It's
Yeah, I would
a lot
cook.
goes into it.
I'd be like, all right, so yeah, that was the thing, right? They're like, what do you mean you have noodles and carrots and all kinds of vegetables and teriyaki sauce? I'm
We
like,
wanted
yeah.
like a can of tomatoes.
You put
like
them
whole
together and you
tomatoes.
make fucking teriyaki, and they're like, nah, we're just gonna.
No barbecue sauce.
I used to make tuna.
Well,
and
he used to make. Okay, Kyle had this thing where he decided that it was better for some reason to substitute all bread with waffles. Like, so he would put waffles on fucking everything.
Right.
Tuna
And
waffle
waffles.
sandwiches.
Yeah.
Were the shit.
That's not bad.
It was amazing. Like, I had never seen anyone who was like, I'm going to make a sandwich out of tuna and waffles.
You wouldn't throw syrup on there
It was
too, would you?
Oh, one time I made a waffle sandwich with an egg on it, a fried egg, with a hamburger patty, and then put syrup on it. It is the best, man. Fuck everybody.
Oh, man.
That meal really hits you. It's so good.
So, honestly, Cal, the way you used to eat like that too, that's probably why. I don't know why we haven't covered this in the 1 year we lived together, the ominous ass surgery story.
Okay, that's an investment. I'm gonna play a video before we get into that story.
All right, yeah.
Hey Chris, can we play the zombie video? No? Okay. Oh, he must be out smoking. All right, let's get into we'll get into the story.
All right, so to lay this all down for the audience here, Cal went mysteriously AWOL for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I disappeared for 2 weeks.
Disappeared for 2 weeks. Right in the middle of one of our big shows that we had. It was Third Class's first long show. We rented out a theater and everything. And he just disappeared. And he told us the reason why he disappeared is that he had to have ass surgery.
I'd been eating so I said I'd been eating so poorly.
And the thing was, we didn't question it because he eats like shit. We were like, yeah, for a guy who eats like a box of waffles every 3 days, like not like a 12-pack, like a 48-pack of waffles.
Family pack.
It doesn't really, seem outside of the kind of line of reason for the man's anus to exceed its manufacturing spec and just fail, and then you have to go to the hospital and get it replaced with an aftermarket asshole. So, I mean, that was the thing. But it turns out that whole thing was a fucking ruse.
I made it all up. And you know why I made it up? It's because I was embarrassed about why I was really gone. And because that story wasn't true, I wasn't embarrassed by it. But the real story was I was 20 years old at the time. I went and got circumcised.
You had an adult circumcision.
I had an adult circumcision.
That's where my brain went when I was thinking what
that was, to me, that was way more embarrassing than ass surgery.
This was the funny part, is that he was having his, tip nipped, I guess.
That's a shitty way. What are you, a 6-year-old grandmother?
Yeah.
He went to go get
He's gonna have his tip nipped.
Yeah.
So he went to have his dick sliced, and immediately
he
wanted to lie to us. And the least embarrassing story that he went with in his mind was ass surgery. He could have said he was
both believable.
You could have said kidney stones or fucking lung infection or
you know why? Here's how the lie.
Dysplasia.
Here's the whole fucking story. Here's how I got caught in the lie. I was on the phone with my mother because I was going home to stay with her for the weeks I was after surgery. So I was on the phone and talking very seriously, and Nick walked in on me in the conversation, and he heard surgery. So he's like, "What the fuck, dude? What's going on?" And I couldn't think of a proper, I couldn't say circumcision. I just couldn't say it.
Right.
And the first thing that came out, I just my asshole. So this is the first thing that my asshole's broken. So they got to fix my asshole. And then he spread it around to everybody immediately.
It was
then I just had to go with the lie.
And the thing is that if Nick had repeated that verbatim to me, I probably would have been like, why don't you go in there and ask him what he's actually getting surgery for? But Nick came out and he's like, Cal needs to have surgery on his anus, which is clearly not how you said it.
No.
Yeah, he
Nick cleaned it up for
said
me.
his ass broke and he needs new ass.
So I went into, I went in for day surgery. That's day surgery. It's fucking day surgery. They bring you in the morning, boom, you're out in the afternoon. And
so for 2 weeks he was icing his dick.
Do you want them to keep you overnight or something?
I want them to take care of me. That is that's the most important thing on me. I want that shit handled with care.
Someone holding you.
The biggest thing is every time I bring it up now, a lot of people are like, oh, why did you get circumcised? Why did you have an adult circumcision? And I don't know why, because every time people ask, they don't really want to know. And I was having problems with. That's why it had to happen.
Did you tear it jacking off?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Good call, Dave Burke.
My brother. That happened to
really?
my brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But people don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
How do you tear it jerking off?
Because I jerk off vigorously. I really enjoy it. Look at that. Who wooed? Yes, I am a very avid, furious. I almost hate my dick every time I do it. I hate jerk my dick off.
Are you wooing that he used the word vigorously there?
Yeah. Good.
There you go.
I treat my cock like shit.
Yeah.
I got a scar in the middle. I've broken it. It looks like an old war vet. When I look at it, it's just like all fucked up. Yeah,
it's like. Let me tell you the story of WW1.
It's like that farmer doesn't hate the workhorse, right? But he's gonna keep hitting it as hard as he can. You gotta hit the field plow, you know?
I broke my cock fucking once, which is the worst. If you're fucking, here's the thing with fucking. No one ever tells you how bad it can go. Fucking's the best, but no one ever explains to you how it could go terribly wrong. So I had a girl riding me. I was on the couch, and as I'm on a couch, naturally I just start leaning back until I'm practically laying down, and my ass came off the edge of the couch. So when she came down on that last thrust, there was nothing holding her up but, you know, me.
Was this old feed bag?
No. So she snapped it. And immediately I was like, I have to keep having sex. I have to. This might be the last time. Because as soon as it happened, I knew in my brain, I was like, oh no, this is so bad.
Right.
This is the worst. I don't know what just happened.
Now,
I felt lighter. I was like, oh, like you just get really bad news. I was like, this is the worst thing. So I finished, and then I went to the bathroom, and it had grown 3 sizes. It was huge. It was all black and purple. I always said it looked like Hell's rainbow. If Hell had a rainbow, that was the color. Just various purple. It was just so awful. But I was very lucky because I just shredded the artery. If I had snapped it, I never would have had an erection again. Yeah, this isn't a happy story. This isn't a happy...
It's not a feel-good story.
But it's information. Take that in. Know where you stand next time you're having sex. Just be on top. It's way better. Nothing can go wrong when you're on top.
It's a lot more work.
Yeah, well, suck it up. Go to the gym. All right, here, we're going to play the zombie video now. I love this video. This is me and Hunter.
Okay, so zombies eat human flesh, right?
Yeah.
You think zombies shit?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't remember eating brains. Brains!
Can I ask a question about that video?
Absolutely.
Did you clean the toilet vigorously?
No, actually, we did something very smart. We took a bowl of water and put it inside the toilet. So actually, all the water that comes out is tap water in a bowl, sitting in dirty piss water.
That's still not comforting to me for some reason.
No, you know, Vince, when you're dedicated to the art of comedy, sometimes you got to do the thing that no one else wants to do.
You're right.
For the sake of art.
For the sake of art.
It's got to get done.
Okay, fair enough.
You wouldn't know because you quit like a bitch because you're owned by your woman.
I love my wife, and I'm going to go home to my 27-inch iMac and suck my cock.
Suck your own cock?
Suck my cock.
Look, Vince, I know you don't want to admit that you're whipped. I can't say anything. I'm fucking so whipped. I'm the whippiest of the whipped. My girl's just a lot more fun than yours.
Eat a dick, Post.
I'm an asshole. Well, I think we had a good time. Is there one last story that you can think of that we didn't cover in our many years together? We got through the shrooms, the wine, the gay porn, the fights.
Yeah.
I think we covered it all. We want to give one more. You want to give a shout out to Rob Ford?
Why has he not stepped down yet?
Because he's an awesome human being.
He's an awesome human being.
That's why he hasn't stepped down. He's like, fuck you. I'm gonna do this job, and he's gonna be in a fucking porn next week. I'm sure of it. He's gonna be in a full-on porn film, and he's still not gonna step down. What I love best is that the football team fired him from being coach.
Yeah,
and
man.
He's still the mayor. The
John
high school football team
Bosco.
got it before the city. Yeah, you're not fit to run a football team, but somehow he's still the mayor.
You know what would be great in the porn is if he broke his dick. You know, just the way you did, just
He
on the
broke
couch.
his dick, yeah.
Right.
And then he self-medicated with crack.
Just right in the half.
Self-medicated. So, I'm going to give a shout-out to Rob Ford, you crazy, cracky crackhead. Get better. I hope you're feeling good. I don't want any ill will. Oh, here we go.
Okay, but...
Is this the actual video?
No, they say it's a leaked video, but somewhere online, I swear, I saw a Rob Ford crack-smoking video generator.
That's hilarious.
And you could just make those fucking crack videos. Whatever happened to that, man? The Gawker raised $200,000 and the crack.
They can't find the dude. He's mysteriously vanished.
You think they paid him off? Do you think Rob Ford has $200,000 to pay this guy off?
No.
Oh,
No.
definitely does.
Either the video didn't exist and the guy went into hiding, or the guy has been taken care of. Which both I think are equally ridiculous. I have no idea.
His brother used to deal hash, according to the Globe and Mail.
All right, well, I think that's the podcast for this week. What are we at? We're at a quarter after. Yeah, boom, we can end it. This was a lot of fun. I had a good time, guys. I'm happy I don't live with either of you now.
Yeah, me too.
Big round for David Burke. You got anything coming up, Dave?
Hey.
Any shows coming up?
I'll be around.
You salesman, you.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch. I will be bitching myself out for bitchiness. Well, thanks for coming by, Dave. Vince, you got anything coming up?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I got Here on Thursday coming up.
Oh, Vince Mannella's going to be here at Third Class Thursdays.
I think me and Mr. Collins are going to be doing some sketch. Hunter Collins, international television juggernaut.
Hunter Collins.
Yeah, so we might be doing some sketch. We'll see how it goes.
Well, thanks for coming out, Vinny. I really appreciate it.
No problem, Cal. Anytime.
My name is Cal Post. I'm going to be at the Mississauga Yuck Yucks this weekend. If you live in the Saug, come check it out. Show's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all starting at 8, I believe. But it's going to be a good time. We've got some great acts. Brian Hatz, host or headlining. That guy's the shit. You can look at me at Twitter at Cal Post. I never write on it, but every once in a while I come up with a sweet gem. Chris, you want me to push anything else? We got shows here all week. Weedy Wednesdays, Third Class Thursdays, the Myrnawana Show on Tuesdays, Stoner Sundays. This place is so fucking busy with jokes. Come check out all those shows. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I've been Cal Post. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Nice.
The CK Podcast. Woo!